63. Lando Norris slows it down. That one will count it. This time it's the outside line. Oh, they make contact. He's got a puncher. He's damaged his. This is great from Lando Norris trying to go around the outside. Max Verstappen barges his rival off. They collide this time. Verstappen throwing it to the inside. They're both off. Extraordinary.
It's not talent or, it's just luck.
Alright, F1 fans, brace yourselves because McLaren just dropped their new livery at Silverstone, and let me tell you, it looks insanely aggressive. I mean, if this car had arms, you'd think it was ready to throw hands with Max Verstappen. The livery alone is getting the experts buzzing about the upcoming season, and it's looking like we're about to witness one of the most intense F1 rivalries in recent memory. And guess who's making waves from the shadows? Oscar Piastri, the underdog, the hidden gem. Word is, he's gaining momentum, and there's a solid chance we could see him putting pressure on Lando Norris in the battle against none other than Max Verstappen. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. With McLaren's fresh look and cutting-edge tech upgrades, every lap is set to be a battle of wits and wheel-to-wheel combat. The atmosphere in the paddock is electric, and the fan chatter is louder than the roar of a V12 engine. As rivalries intensify, expect jaw-dropping moments, overtakes, daring pit strategies. 2025 promises an adrenaline-filled season of drama and excitement that will leave us all breathless. Buckle up, because this wild ride is just getting started. Imagine a season where McLaren started at rock bottom, dead last, struggling to even be noticed on the grid. That was the early 2024 reality for them. In Miami, McLaren exploded onto the scene, and suddenly everything changed. It was like watching a snail hit nitrous oxide. The team went from underdog to headline maker overnight. Meanwhile, Red Bull, usually known for its innovation, completely dropped the ball with their upgrades. The reigning champions camp looked like they were stuck in a time warp, failing to bring the cutting-edge improvements everyone expected. But the plot thickened. Midway through the season, both Ferrari and Mercedes decided it was time to step up their game. Their mid-season upgrades turned the championship dynamics upside down, leaving fans and pundits in awe of the sudden surge in performance. After the summer break, McLaren appeared unstoppable, their momentum building race after race as they continued to defy expectations. However, just when it seemed like the new order was set, Max Verstappen, the perennial champion, almost faced a seismic setback. In Brazil 2024, in one of the most legendary drives in recent memory, Max stormed from P17 to P12, a performance that not only defied odds, but also silenced many critics. And if that wasn't enough, he clinched his 4th title the very next week. In the end, it was a close battle all season, with every team fighting tooth and nail for every point. But when the dust settled, Max proved that despite the chaos, his skill and determination were simply on another level. The season was filled with twists and turns, but the ultimate message was clear. Even when the competition is fierce, true champions rise above. It felt like every lap brought a new twist that made the season even more exciting. McLaren's rise and Red Bull's missteps showed that in racing, anything can happen if you never give up. And Max, with his incredible drive, reminded us why he is the champion. In a recent 2025 refresh interview, both Lando and Oscar Piastri gave us a taste of what's coming this season, and it's pure fire. Lando didn't hold back when asked about his readiness to challenge Max. He said, and I quote, "I can do this, I can race against him, I can fight at the front," and added, "You can talk all you want, but I need to go out and do it." These words aren't just bravado, they show a fierce determination that's lighting up the paddock. Lando is ready to throw down and prove that his time at the front is here. Oscar, not one to be outdone, confidently said, "I'm confident I've got what it takes this year." Hearing that from a driver steadily climbing the ladder tells you that something big is on the horizon, and both drivers seem to carry a belief that might even overshadow Max's own confidence this season. Now let's break it down. Last year, McLaren showed us they had a better car, one that was not only faster but also more reliable under pressure. Their strong performance in the Constructors Championship gave them a big boost. Finishing strong and taking home the title meant big money was flowing back into the team, and that cash is now being funneled into top-notch R&D. There's even talk that McLaren might bring in some Red Bull insiders to fine-tune their performance. With Red Bull finishing 3rd last season and losing a lot of money, the room for improvement is massive, and that only adds fuel to the fire for McLaren's rising confidence. But the excitement doesn't stop there. Experts have been busy analyzing the new McLaren, and their early impressions are nothing short of electrifying. They pointed out that the car now sports wider P-type side pods, reminiscent of the designs Ferrari used last year. This tweak isn't just for show, it's all about improving airflow and cooling, and it might give McLaren that extra edge in downforce and stability. Meanwhile, the front wing appears to be the same design seen at the Austin Grand Prix last year. But there's a twist. Its shape is definitely odd. The wing angles downward more sharply and looks a bit thinner compared to last year's version. This subtle change in aerodynamic balance might mean sacrificing a bit of front downforce for reduced drag. The rear wing remains unchanged from last year, but one fascinating element is there are whispers that McLaren may have also reworked the floor of the car. While we don't have all the details yet, a new floor design could lead to better airflow underneath the car, further enhancing its overall performance. With all these upgrades and improvements, McLaren's confidence is sky high. The team's win in the Constructors Championship last season gave them the budget and the belief to make bold moves. Their leadership isn't holding anything back. The McLaren CEO is out there confidently stating that the team will crush the competition, and the team principal is equally fired up, saying they're ready for the challenge. This isn't just a maybe situation. It's a full throttle declaration of intent. Picture this: every race is a battle where underdogs transform into fierce warriors. McLaren's renewed focus and technical upgrades have set the stage for an epic showdown between Max Verstappen and these rising stars, with Lando's bold promises and Oscar's unwavering confidence leading the charge. Their words echo throughout the paddock. It's not enough to just talk about success. You have to go out there and make it happen. The whole scene is set for a season filled with jaw-dropping overtakes, daring pit strategies, and moments that will go down in F1 history. Even Max, who has been on top for so long, might feel the heat as McLaren's new era dawns. With the pressure of improved technical packages, strategic investments, and a newly charged team spirit, the 2025 season is gearing up to be an absolute roller coaster of high-speed drama and unexpected twists. In Formula One, every lap can change the story, and every race is a chance to rewrite history. With McLaren's resurgence, backed by bold leadership and innovative engineering, the stage is set for an epic battle that will captivate fans around the world. I can't wait to see what this season has in store. McLaren's been grinding hard all off-season, and with Lando and Oscar showing so much determination, it looks like they might really shake things up. There's a raw, unpredictable energy in F1 right now that makes every lap feel personal. This season could be the one where the underdogs finally make their mark, and I'm here for every twist and turn. Now, let's talk about the Max Verstappen factor, because even with all the fireworks McLaren is putting up this season, the main guy to beat is still Max Verstappen. This kid burst onto the scene at 16 and has since become a 4-time world champion. When you watch him race, you see a driver who's in a league of his own, like the Michael Jordan of F1, but behind the wheel. His ability to pull off clutch moves and legendary overtakes is something that every F1 fan talks about. I mean, his last lap heroics have spawned so many memes. It's like every race is a new episode of Miracle on the Track. Max's track record is simply incredible. Every time he takes the wheel, he brings a level of speed and aggression that leaves you speechless. Whether it's his blistering pace in qualifying or his razor-sharp late braking that seems almost superhuman, Max has a knack for turning a race around, even when all odds are stacked against him. There's a raw intensity to his driving when he's in battle. It feels like he's racing against time itself, and every lap is a testament to his sheer will and skill. It's the kind of performance that makes you think, damn, that's F1 at its finest. But here's where it gets even more interesting. While McLaren is busy revamping their approach, and everyone's hyped about their resurgence, Max might actually have an easier path this season than you'd expect. Why? Because he now has a fresh, promising teammate in Liam Lawson. Lawson is already making waves in his junior days with Red Bull Racing. He's not like Sergio Perez, who, let's be honest, left Red Bull looking lost last season. Lawson brings consistency, raw speed, and that never-say-die attitude. Together, Max and Lawson are set to push each other to the absolute limit, and that head-to-head dynamic could force even the best to step up their game. It's like watching an epic tag team match where the reigning champ Max isn't just defending his title, he's getting a friendly challenge from someone hungry to make their mark. While McLaren and the rest of the grid scramble to catch up with their new upgrades, Max continues to raise the bar with his relentless drive and racecraft. His ability to maintain his lead and pull off miracle moves even under pressure makes him the benchmark for excellence in Formula One. But make no mistake, Max's skills, honed since his teenage debut, remain the gold standard. Every overtake, every pit stop, every lap is a masterclass in precision and heart. And with Max at the center of it all, backed by a promising new teammate, the 2025 season is looking like one wild ride that you simply can't miss. At the end of the day, the season promises to be one of those unpredictable, heart-stopping campaigns where every race is a battle and every lap could tip the scales. It's a true reminder that when more teams have a chance to win, the sport becomes richer, more exciting, and a lot more fun to watch. Whether you're rooting for the dominance of a seasoned champion or the rise of fresh contenders, one thing's for sure: this season is going to be a wild ride.